let's look at some comics. Hey guys, I hope you had a fantastic Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. I sure did. This is a stack of comics that I got from my wonderful parents. They get me comics periodically throughout the year, but this is hands down the best bunch I've ever gotten at one time. There are some juicy, juicy bad boys in here, and I'm excited to show you. So if you want to see a decently expensive comic book haul, including a first appearance of a fan favorite X-Man, sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you love comics as much as me and you don't really have a great online outlet to buy them from, please do me a favor and check out my buddy over at Rogue Comics. He's super friendly, super knowledgeable, and he won't try to sell you just any bullshit. He will recommend you specific books that meet your specific needs. So if you like my channel, do me a solid and at least go give him a chance. His links are in the description. Alright, first up, The Amazing Spider-Man number 187. We got a classic cover where two superheroes are clashing, and two of my favorites, Cap and Spidey. I don't get it. Why is Captain America after me? I told you to get out of here, Spider-Man. Do I have to smash you to stop you? Captain America smashing Spider-Man? That ass. Next up, we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 166, The War of the Reptile Men. This is a great and wacky cover with a great holiday atmosphere to it. And not only is Spidey fighting Lizard, but he has to take on Stegron. Stegron? Who is that? I don't know. But I'm not sure if saying it's a holiday holocaust would be socially acceptable these days. Then we have Fantastic Four number 142 with another obscure villain, Darkoth. Darkoth? Darkoth? I don't know. But they really put a lot of effort into this guy's name, didn't they? But it's two big guys going at it, and the thing is pissed. And there's apparently a blockbuster bonus. Don't dare to miss the shocking last page appearance of the most sinister supervillain of all. Okay, let's see what this is about. Okay, they weren't lying. Next up is the Avengers number 11, which has the Avengers meeting Spider-Man on an awesome cover. I've always loved these little coloring mistakes like the white on Cap's shield when it should be red, and the blue on Spidey's mask where it should be black. It's crazy to think about how far we've progressed with technology, to the point where ink mistakes like this don't really happen anymore. There's no shortages or mishaps. You can just click one button on a tablet and erase your mistake. This is also the second ever appearance of Kang in his blue mask. So with him maybe being the new Thanos of the MCU in the near future, I think this book will raise a good bit in price. Freaking sweet. The next one is the Uncanny X-Men at the State Fair of Texas. Yeah, this is real. Shout out to Mike. This is the perfect representation of how ridiculous and silly classic comics can really be. The X-Men are fighting a flying minotaur around Big Tex, a huge animatronic cowboy in a tie-in issue that is plugging a Dallas newspaper. Being from Texas myself, I love seeing this. But it's so stupid, but also amazing. And speaking of X-Men, I got Wolverine number 1 from 1988. Wolverine's first ever solo ongoing series. I'm not a huge fan of Wolverine, but I won't say no to a number 1 issue. This is a pretty cool part of comic book history, and I love having it. Next up is another cool part of comic book history, Spider-Man Volume 1, Number 1 from Todd McFarlane. Even though I'm not a huge fan of McFarlane's artwork, I can't ignore what he did for Spidey in the late 80s and 90s. He kind of redefined how Spider-Man moved in the panel and what his web should look like. Plus, this copy is signed by McFarlane, so that's pretty damn awesome. This is a great cover with Spidey crouched down, wrapped in the webs with spiders crawling all over him, and I love it. Now we go from Spider-Man to one of the most obscure teams ever, the Legion of Monsters, from Marvel Premiere number 28. Please, comment down below if you've honestly ever heard of this team before. I personally had no idea that these guys ever teamed up. Morbius, Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, and Werewolf by Night fighting evildoers together? Okay, I'm interested. Who are they fighting? How did this happen? I don't know, but it seems like it could be really fun. And from one obscure team with Ghost Rider to another, we have the Champions number 1. Angel, Iceman, Ghost Rider, Black Widow, and Hercules is an odd combination, but this is the type of stuff that the MCU could make globally popular. After Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm not surprised by any team-up or the success of any team-up. This book only ran for 17 issues, and it apparently had around 12 different combinations of inkers and writers and pencilers, so I would guess it was on the brink of cancellation from the beginning. But this is just the kind of wacky stuff I'm looking for, so I love it. Woo-hoo-hoo! The master of the motherfucking mystic arts. We have Doctor Strange number 1 and Marvel Premiere number 10. I just love Doctor Strange and the magical antics that he gets up to. Just look at this beautiful cover. He's shooting energy beams at a snake monster coming out of an evil crystal ball, and I love every inch of it. And the other one is the first appearance of Shumagorath, the tentacle monster that just appeared in What If, and will be in the Multiverse of Madness next year. So I think this book will be even more valuable pretty soon. 2 classic Doctor Strange books, 1 happy me. And since we're about halfway through, I'll go ahead and show you the creme de la creme of this haul. This is it, the big boy. The comic that I honestly did not think I would be gifted this year. A 9.6 graded issue of the Uncanny X-Men number 266. The first full appearance of Gambit. Kind of. This is awesome. Gambit is one of the coolest X-Men characters ever, and he's always been one of my favorites. And to have his first or second appearance in great shape like this just means so much to me. Now there's a debate about whether this is his first appearance, or if his first appearance was a few weeks earlier in Uncanny X-Men Annual number 14. People call that a cameo, but he's on multiple pages and has multiple lines of dialogue, so I think that is his first appearance. That is the first time he ever appeared. So I would say this comic is Gambit's second ever appearance, but it's still really incredible and I am so happy to have it. I will of course never open this, but I'll try to find it online so I can read the story. Next up, we have the Avengers number 41, featuring Diablo and the ever delightful Dragon Man. Is he really ever delightful? I'm guessing not. I've seen Dragon Man a few times, mostly fighting the Fantastic Four, but I've never seen him fight the Avengers. At first glance, I thought this was some sort of version of the West Coast Avengers, but no, I guess this was just the team at the time. Looks awesome, glad to have it. Next up is the Amazing Spider-Man number 80 with an awesome cover by John Romita. Spidey is swinging through the middle of a crowd of civilians and police officers who are clearly angry at him, while Chameleon looms large in the background. This is the kind of shit that I love getting my hands on. The cover, the classic villain, the way the pages smell. But to go along with that is another Spidey book, The Amazing Spider-Man number 119, where he's taken on the Hulk. Now, from the dialogue, it looks like he's just trying to stop him from breaking a dam for some reason, so I'm not sure if Hulk is brainwashed or what's going on here. But Spidey versus Hulk? Yeah. I want to see what's gonna happen. Come to think of it, I probably have more Spider-Man comics than any other character. They're just so damn collectible. You know who else is collectible? Dr. Mother Effin' Doom. We have the Uncanny X-Men number 145, where Dr. Doom is standing over the bodies of the X-Men, cup in hand, toasting to his victory. I love this. I have no idea what the story is, but but this is such a classic image. Doom confidently standing over his slain enemies as he sips on some fine wine. Gotta love it. And hey, here's some more Dr. Doom, but in a more familiar setting, fighting his arch enemies in Fantastic Four number 60. He's just duking it out with Ben like Ali and Frasier, while Reed is protecting Sue and Johnny flies around in the background. These kinds of books are the foundation upon which modern day comics were built. I'm gonna have to crack this one open to see what kind of shenanigans unfold. Next up, I have 2 copies of Ghost Rider number 28, Rise of the Midnight Suns. I'm not sure what the exact lineup is of this Midnight Suns, but with Moon Knight, Blade, Morbius, Werewolf by Night, and rumors of the Punisher and Ghost Rider coming to the MCU in the future, there's a possibility that we'll get a version of this team in the next 5 to 10 years in some capacity. So this is a good book to have right now. They gotta build a darker team in the MCU at some point, right? Right? I don't know, but I would love to see that. Alright, 2 more. First, The Amazing Spider-Man number 334, and this is actually significant because it's the 2nd ever appearance of the Sinister Six. Yeah, the Sinister Six showed up, fought Spidey, then didn't show up again for over 25 years. And look how tiny Doc Ock's tentacle fingers are. Because of the movies and video game versions of Otto, we now think that his arms always look like this. But in most comics, his tentacle grabbers were always this small. It's just funny. And look at Electro. He's drunk as hell. And finally, the last book that was gifted to me was Fantastic Four number 63. I'm not certain, but I'm 90% sure that's Sandman, just with a more Jack Kirby inspired outfit on. And Blastar is one of those not well known, but deliciously cheesy classic villains. You know, the type of C-level character that Kevin Feige would bring to the screen in a heartbeat. Don't be surprised if we see this guy in the MCU in the next couple years. This looks like a fun and wacky Fantastic Four adventure, but I'm sure they'll take these guys out with minimal effort. I mean, come on. So there you have it, all the comics that I received for Christmas this year. It was an amazing haul, and the fact that my parents just dumped these onto me for free is incredible. I mean, this is around $1,500 to $2,000 worth of comics, and I got it for $0. Hell yeah, I am more than thrilled. One might say I'm ecstatic. But yeah, if you enjoyed this comic haul, drop a like on the video. And if you want to see some of the other stuff I do on here, go to my channel and see what I've been up to. You might even enjoy yourself. Shit, hit subscribe while you're at it. I wouldn't mind. Alright, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this. And until we meet again, peace out.